Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. We're live. Haven't been live since the big 3-year party. Oh, why is this crooked? Probably because I'm plugged into a charger. That's what we're gonna do. Just bear with me. Marie's in the house. What's going on, Marie? Matt Wilson's in the house. Matt, what's going on, dude? Charlie, what's up? Marie's sitting watching Blippi. Lucky you. Yeah, so we're keeping this. We're gonna keep this right to an hour today. I have to run a few errands right after this, and then I get to go to the dentist's. Yay! But it's all good. Yeah, it's all right. So we're going to do things a little differently. I'll wait, the typical like 5 or 10 minutes. Wait till some more people get in. We got a big list of new releases to talk about next week. I did a smaller stack of movies, because like I said, it's going to be an hour, no longer today. And I think the first thing we're going to do, not right this second, is pick out a movie to watch later on today. But like I said, we'll wait a little bit till more people get in. It looks like there's only 5 people in here right now. So, Andrew says, did you hear about the Friday the 13th box set on Blu-ray? I did hear about that. I personally don't really have any interest in the set. I think I own the first movie on Blu-ray, and I'm not some big like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween person, so I don't own any of those box sets personally, but I know a lot of people are very excited about it. I know that everybody's trying to sell their tins um, to get the new set. It's pricey. I mean, it's $160, but I think it has 12 movies in it. So I guess when you do the math and it's a Scream Factory release, what's that, $12 a movie? Dollar Tree Queen's in the house. Jess, what's going on? Hot beverage today. Um, I don't know why it's hot here, but like I said, we're going till 11, and that's it today because I got stuff I got to do. Yeah, so I get it. I can respect the price tag and people being excited about it. It doesn't really do anything for me personally, but I know a lot of people are excited. So, no, what's going on, man? Andrew says, I love your YouTube channel of YouTube videos. Always take your advice on movies. Well, I appreciate that. So, but yeah, like I said, we have a good sized list of new releases to talk about. I feel like there's such a glare from the window, so I'm trying to. Yeah, so we got a good list of new releases to talk about. We got a movie we're going to pick out of the hat first, and I got a small stack of Blu rays to talk about. So, yeah, it should be a good, informative, fun 1 hour live stream. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you guys live. Last week we went away and visited Bridget's family and did a lot of hunting. There's a lot of like thrift shops in that area, flea markets, and I bought a ton of stuff. Most of which was to flip, but I bought a ton of stuff for me as well. The shelves are getting very full with videos I need to record, so I still have like 3 or 4 videos uploaded to drop for you guys. So we're not going to go without videos, but I need to record a bunch of videos. I probably have like three review videos to record, and I probably have like 5 or 6 pickup videos. So no shortage of videos coming. Martinez Joe's in the house. What's going on, buddy? So plenty of videos coming. like I said, video drop Saturday. I'll try to get a review video recorded before Tuesday, but if not, it'll just be more pickup videos, which seem to get better views anyway. But I definitely have review videos to record and a bunch of pickup videos. I got a box sitting there from MVD. I have a box sitting there from Jacob, a box sitting there from Martinez Joe, which I had to open to watch a movie the other night. Um, then I got stuff from Target from the buy two get one free sale. Uh, a great person, Stephanie. If you guys don't watch Movie Chatter, go check out her channel. Great videos, like really informative um, videos about movies. She does reviews and recommendations. She actually well 2 weeks ago, after the 3 year live stream that a lot of you guys were at, she sent me some stuff off my Amazon wish list, so I have that to unbox. Um, and I just have a bunch of pickups, stuff from Walmart, stuff from Goodwill's, stuff from my big hunting trip that'll be probably the last video I record because I still have like giant boxes and bags full of stuff that I have not gone through yet. But yeah, so lots of Facebook Marketplace pickups. I had like 11 packages come out or come while I was gone from Facebook Marketplace. So the thing that's crazy right now is when I get in stuff from anywhere, like if I buy it thrifting, if I get it sent to me, I wipe everything down. So it's a lot more time consuming, but it's just an extra safety measure that I like to take just because. Andrew says, I saw your message on Candyman last week about, yeah, it was $10 on Amazon, which was a price match from Walmart. Walmart had it for um, $9.96, and then Amazon price matched it. Martinez Joe actually got it for me. That's why I had sent him money, and I had to open the box because I'm sitting here like, Joe got it for me, and I was trying to remember where on my shelf Joe's package was, but I found it and we watched it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's a little early. I guess people aren't used to me being live before like 10:30, so um, you should check up on Amazon. Not quite sure what you mean, Andrew. Says you should check up on Amazon Echo prices on Blu-ray titles. Hey, Movie Mad, how are you? So I don't know what you mean by that though. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna do things a little different today. We'll wait a few more minutes, and then we're gonna pick out the movie we're watching later out of the hat. Like I said, I have some appointments, or not appointments, some errands, and then my dentist appointment today. So the video is going to be kept at 1 hour, the live stream. We have a bunch of new releases to talk about, so that's exciting. And then I got a small stack of movies to talk about. We got 15, Marie, so you can start taking your bet now how many you've seen. I'm going to say that not Christine. Why am I saying Christine? Marie. Sorry, Marie. I was thinking Crazy Joe instead of Joe Martinez. I am going to guess out of the 15 that you have seen. I have high hopes for you today, Christine. Jesus, I did it again. I'm going to say you've seen 6, Marie. That's my guess. Oh, you said 6 too. I think I think we're simpatico. I think if, as long as I can get your name right, you know, yes. Hey, there's Stephanie. Stephanie, we were just talking about you. I was telling everyone that you sent a package of stuff from my wish list that I'm very excited to unbox and show everybody in a future video. Um, so Stephanie is in the house. She just did a video on like Criterion titles that she recommends picking up, and I think there's a giveaway attached to that video too. But go check out Stephanie's channel if you don't already. Movie Chatter. It's an awesome channel. Great videos. I'm getting a glare off my lamp. It is bothering me, but it is what it is. Why do I keep calling you Christine? It's really because of Crazy Joe. It's so funny. I'll be talking to Bridget and I'll say Joe. So not only is there Joe Martinez, there's Crazy Joe, and I also work with somebody named Joe. So there's three Joes. So I have to clarify every time I'm telling her about Joe, which Joe it is. So, all right, we're gonna do this first. I know Joe's pulling for red, so we're gonna pick out today's movie first instead of waiting until the very end. I think a lot of people usually miss that. Noah says, "Do you think Parasite is getting too many releases?" No, I mean it has a Blu-ray release. It got updated to a 4K release, and now it's getting a um, now it's getting a Criterion release. So no, it's tough for me. I own the original, like I have the Parasite Blu-ray, the original release, but like I'd love to get it on 4K or Criterion. Maybe if they have the Criterion sale the end of the year, I would get it for the $20. But I'm not gonna pay the full price for it. Um, but I really enjoyed the movie, so no, I don't think it's getting too many releases. I think it's a fantastic movie, and there's movies that get re-releases like every other year. I feel like so. Movie Med says I just watched The Old Guard on Netflix, but streaming quality and sound doesn't compare to Blu-ray. It's funny you mentioned that, Movie Med. I actually optimized our TV about a week ago, and I'm excited to watch some 4Ks now because, um, yeah, I popped in Pan's Labyrinth, which I optimized the TV after we watched it, and we put it on and watched a few scenes. Such an improvement, like a big noticeable difference on 4K now. So, I'm very excited to revisit some 4K stuff. So I did not order Friday the 13th, Joe. We were talking about that right away. I have the first movie. That's all I really need. So I'm not rewatching Vanilla Sky. We're watching this. All right, I got one. Today's movie at some point is going to be a first time watch for me. Not a first time watch for Bridget, but I'm curious to watch this. I'm giving it the open minded view because I'm not a big fan of the lead actor, but I did recently see the female lead in Some Kind of Wonderful. Um, Movie Chatter says my 4K TV settings confuse me. I went on YouTube and I actually Googled optimized TV settings and then typed in my model number and found multiple YouTube videos and watched them, and they all recommended the same setting. So might be something to look into. I mean, I had mine set up all wrong, and it's a noticeable difference. So, um, yep. So Martinez Joe's right. It's a Johnny Depp film. Like I said, I recently saw Some Kind of Wonderful, so I'm curious to see the second female lead or the female lead. And today's movie is going to be Benny and June. We might watch two, but Benny and June will be a movie that we check out today. So I've never seen this. Like I said, Bridget has seen it. So I'm curious to check this one out. We shall see what I think of it. There's still quite a few. I still got like a bunch of movies in the hat. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's still 11 movies in the hat, so plenty of stuff to still watch. Jess says that movie's so good. Stephanie says that's a fun one. So it sounds like it could be a good watch for me. So I'm looking forward to it. Movie Hunter's in the house. What's going on, Movie Hunter? Puerto Rico Movie Wax. What's happening? Crazy Joe says best Johnny Depp movie, Ed Wood. All right, so do you guys want to talk new releases first, or do you want to dive into the little stack of movies first? Because, like I said, we're keeping it at a tight hour today. Um, Stuff to do. I gotta go spend money on ornaments thanks to Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe posted a video of all the new Hallmark ornaments, and there's quite a few I think I'm going to end up getting. Uh, Puerto Rico Movie Wax says, what is your favorite movie? Rounders. Ollie's in the house. He says, hey Rick, what's going on, Ollie? We have one vote for stack of movies, one vote for new releases. So the Dollar Tree Queen and Marie have both voted. Any other opinions, inputs? First to three. Whatever gets 3 votes, you can't re-vote. Marie, I'm looking at you. So, whatever gets 3 votes first, we'll do that. Either new release talk or... Oh, new releases, new releases. All right. So, new releases, like I said, there's quite a good-sized list of new releases. We're talking about stuff coming out this upcoming Tuesday, July 21st. Noah says there's not much in new releases. I totally disagree. Compared to the last month, there's a good amount of new releases, in my opinion. So the major release is Scoob, which is coming to 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. Hopefully this weekend we'll be checking it out. It's on HBO Max, and I have no problems watching HBO Max, unlike Crazy Joe, who complains about it every podcast. I have no issues. I can watch HBO Max just fine. So that is the major release, Scoob, which was a video-on-demand movie that I think came out a month and a half, 2 months ago, and then they did not announce it was going to be on HBO Max, and then all of a sudden it popped up on HBO Max. So that is the major release of the week. I'm going to watch it on HBO Max. Maybe I'll want to buy it after I watch it on that format. But then we have a big Criterion title coming out, which is Marriage Story, starring Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver, which was a Netflix film, but it is getting the Criterion release. So with the Criterion sale going on right now of 50% off at Barnes & Noble, you can grab Marriage Story for I think $20 or $22, which is a great buy. If you have not seen it, I recommend it. It is a very heavy film watch. I have Peacock too, Joe. Peacock. I agree with Peacock. The only way I can watch Peacock is through my cable box, which seems very counterintuitive, but does Benny and June count as being seen? Ooh, I want to see Marriage Story. I'm confused, Marie. Martinez Joe has Marriage Story pre-ordered. Family Videos getting Marriage Story. I wish I had Family Videos near me, Noah. I really do. I wish I had a video store like that. I'm very jealous. Stephanie Movie Chatter says some of the inventory is low on Barnes & Noble, but Amazon has price drops on Criterions. So yeah, I think that's what I saw. They have Marriage Story for $22.99. No, Benny and June doesn't count for the 6 you've seen. We're at CLs today. We're going CL through CO. Big span. What else do we have here? Mad Apple says, hey Rich, sir, let's get on the beer. No beer today, man. It's too early here. It's like 10:20 in the morning. Plus I have a dentist appointment, so I'm just drinking some cappuccino this morning. The new Halloween movie is coming. You going to buy it? Well, it's not getting released till the end of next year in theaters, so it's not coming anytime soon to physical. I don't own the Halloween remake, so I probably won't get this sequel. Noah says he's looking forward to getting Marriage Story for under $10 in a few weeks. Yeah, but with something like that, do you not have Um, the booklet and the Criterion case. Like, I don't think I would buy a secondhand Criterion if it wasn't in its original case with the book and everything. Matt said he's hitting up Vintage Stock, which is a really cool store. He sent me a little video of on Instagram, I believe. It's crazy. So back to the new releases. Next up is Capone, which is oh, do you want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Oh, there's Khaleesi, everybody. You don't want to say hi? Look, look. So Capone is coming out with Tom Hardy. I believe Lionsgate's releasing that. It's gotten no. You need to go somewhere else if you're going to do that. It's gotten very mixed reviews. I've heard of very mixed things about it, but I'm curious to see it. I do want to check it out. What's Joe saying? The Halloween remake sucks. Second worst film of 2007. No, I'm talking the one from a few years ago, Joe, not the Rob Zombie one. Get, get. Yep, Peninsula's coming out next month, which is the sequel to the Train to Busan, which I really need to see. We were talking about that in the group chat yesterday. I've never seen it. Noah says Family Video doesn't get a lot of criterions, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it secondhand if it didn't have, like I said, the book, the original case. I think it's kind of counterproductive, in my opinion, buying a Criterion. No, just sit over there. Well, I didn't like it. I did not buy it. I don't own it. I think the only Halloween movie I own is the original. Next up is a smaller movie. It's called You Don't Know Me, and Know Me is spelled Nomi. It is a documentary about showgirls. So take it easy, Puerto Rico movie wax. So Showgirls is one of those movies that it's so bad it's good type things. And when I heard there was a documentary coming out all about the movie, I really want to see it. So I'm gonna have to add that to my wish list to find. I think it's fairly cheap though. It's a new release, so I'll keep my eyes open for it. Hank says, "Have you seen Greyhound already? I really liked it." No, because I do not have access to Apple Plus, so I have not seen it. I will check it out at some point. Hopefully, it'll get a physical release, and I'll check it out. I do want to see it. Spartacus is coming out on 4K next week. The John Wick trilogy is coming out on 4K next week in one set. At first, I thought it was a steelbook, but I think it's just a standard release. Um, Paramount Presents is releasing the next two titles in the Paramount Presents collection, and they are Ghost and Airplane. Um, Also, since I last did a live stream, they announced that Private Parts was coming to Blu-ray through the Paramount Presents thing, which is exciting because I've had Private Parts on DVD for years and years and wondered why it wasn't getting a Blu-ray release, and now it is. So Private Parts will definitely be one that I buy probably when it comes out, as long as it's not too expensive. That's my biggest issue with the Paramount Presents is the price point's a bit high on them. So the only one I've purchased is Pretty in Pink. But yes, I'm very excited about Private Parts coming to Blu-ray. Then we have some steelbooks, which I think the steelbooks are all FYE exclusives, two of which were supposed to come out months ago. Tommy Boy and Better Off Dead. Tommy Boy is definitely one I'd love to pick up. Better Off Dead, I have the regular Blu-ray sealed, and while I enjoy that movie, it's not quite on the same level as Tommy Boy for me, and I love the steelbook artwork for Tommy Boy. So I will probably upgrade my standard release to the steelbook once I find it, and it's not super expensive. And also Clueless, which the 25th anniversary of Clueless dropped last week on Blu-ray. They're putting out a steelbook this week, but I don't think I'm going to buy the steelbook. I think I'm going to just hold off. I don't really love the artwork. It's like the yellow outfit that Cher wears, and it's patterned like that, and she's standing in front of it. But then we have a couple TV series also coming out. Castle Rock season 2 is coming out. I believe that's on Blu-ray. And then we have Curb Your Enthusiasm season 10 is coming out on DVD. I have the first 8 seasons. I still haven't found season 9 cheap, and then I'll need season 10, although I've never watched a single episode. I've never watched a single episode of the show. I keep hearing how much I'd love it, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it. And that's all the new releases. Yep, Movie Hunter said steelbooks. So I'm sure you'll be adding 3 new steelbooks to your collection this week. ET says, good morning, Rick. Do you think there will be a G.I. Joe DVD complete series? I've seen the He-Man DVD complete series at Walmart. I'm sure it's possible. Um, yeah, I'm sure it's definitely possible. I also read they're coming out with, I want to say Northern Exposure is coming out with a complete series DVD. Maybe this upcoming week too, which I don't know if that was a thing before, if it's just a re-release. Um, Stephanie says, I didn't know there was a season 9 until season 10 was announced. Yeah, it's a show that seems to fly under the radar. I guess with all the other stuff on HBO, it kind of just cruises under the radar, but I really need to dive into the show. I really think I would enjoy it. Marie says, Movie Hunter, I'll take it you're purchasing that. The inner artwork is good. Movie Hunter says, can't find the Tommy Boy Steelbook anywhere, not even on the FYE website. I won't be anywhere near an FYE this week. Maybe next week I can try to go to an FYE and see if they have it in store. If you still can't find it, I can try to lock down a few copies if you need one. But like I said, it probably wouldn't be till later next week if it happened. So, all right, guys. So we're gonna dive, like I said, right into the stack of movies. Me and Marie both think that she's watched 6. I'm gonna show 15 movies. We'll just talk about them. Let me know your thoughts. I'll tell you if I've seen them before or not. Martinez Joe says he wants the Clueless and Better Off Dead steelbooks. Yeah, so the steelbooks that are dropping are for great movies, but what do we got here? Movie Hunter says my FYE isn't open yet. If I do find it, I'll IG the find, of course. Matt Apple says movie time. So yeah, lots of cool steelbooks are coming out. At least cool movies. I don't necessarily love the artwork on all of them, but the Tommy Boy one, like I said, it's one of my favorite comedies of all time. I'd love to upgrade to the steelbook. So yeah. Marie says One Cut of the Dead is an awesome steelbook, but a poop movie. We have a name for that here on Down the Movie, and that's called Hot Trash. So, all right. So the first movie, we're starting out with a classic. I have seen this, so no need to freak out. I have seen this one. It is directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it is A Clockwork Orange. So yes, I've seen this movie. It is a very disturbing film, but a very good film nonetheless. And one that I think is just a fantastic film. Let me finish my cappuccino really fast. Yeah, apparently Dave would um, take his first dates to see it, or he would watch this movie with his first date, Cinema Sickness. Very, very weird and creepy choice, but um, Marie says, I have not seen it. Have it in the Snappa. I didn't think you'd seen this. How's that? This wasn't one of the ones I anticipated you seeing. But Clockwork Orange, like I said, fantastic film. Definitely one I highly recommend, but it is definitely not a film for everybody. A very intense film for sure. Next up, a classic film that I haven't seen, so I'm prepared for everybody to freak out. Like I said, I haven't seen this one. I have the really cool 30th anniversary Ultimate Edition, and that is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Like I said, it's in a nice hard case. It has a book about the film. I forget how many discs. It has it's just a 2 disc, one special feature, and then the other disc has the theatrical cut, the special edition, and the director's cut. So, um, but a movie I've never seen. I'll check it out eventually. I'm not usually a huge fan of sci-fi stuff, but I'm not sure what kind of runtime does this bad boy have. What kind of runtime does Close Encounters have? I have to check something really fast, so hopefully I don't disconnect. I just bought more stuff off Facebook. I just got shipping notification. I've been buying a ton. So let's see. Joe says great film. Add to the hat. Marie says I haven't seen that either. Cool packaging. Hank says, "Oh Rick, my man, so disappointed in you." Stephanie Movie Chatter says nice addition. Haven't seen it in years. Just finished. 2 hours and 15 minutes, Joe said. So it's a little bit longer. I mean, like I said, I will watch it at some point. It's just not like towards the top of my priority list of what I want to watch. But, so. Crazy Joe says one of Spielberg's best. Hold on a second, guys. All right. Sorry. All right. Yeah, so Marie's 0 for 2 so far. That's okay. I think it's going to change soon. Maybe not yet, but it's changing soon. Next up, I never saw this. Looks like I got it at Goodwill for $3 based on the sticker on the back. Um, just another movie that's been on my watch list. Has a fantastic cast. You have Clive Owen, Natalie Portman, Jude Law, Julia Roberts, and that is Closer. Like I said, I've never seen this one. Um, I don't even really know much about it, but it was $3 at a Goodwill, so I grabbed it. It's only an hour and 45 minutes, so it's not an overlong runtime, which is cool. Joe says he loves this film. So, yeah, I mean, it has an outstanding cast, so I would assume the movie would be pretty good. No, this is a real downer, decent movie, but yeah, I don't know. Is anybody else in it? It's not. Yeah, they don't have any other actors listed, but with those four, I don't think you really need any other actors listed. Marie hasn't seen it. I don't know if we have. I'm gonna guess you guys have it based on the fact that Joe says he loves it. Movie Hunter says he has not seen this one. I think I'm gonna get to watch. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna get to watch a dude flick tomorrow, and I think on purpose I'm going to try to pick out a 4K movie um, that I haven't seen that Bridget has no interest in. So I'm not sure what that'll be, but yep, Joe just said it's in the other room. So Marie, I'm gonna assume that you've seen 4 of the next 5. So, so next up, I got this for $3 from an FYE, and that is Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. So that's a good idea, Joe. I could do that. It's actually that might be what I do. Even though I really want to watch a 4K, I really do want to watch Train to Busan. So Cloudy with Chance of Meatballs. I watched this a lot. It came out like the year RJ was born or the year before RJ was born. So he watched this a lot when he was like younger. This and Despicable Me were two movies that he watched so much as a kid. Um, but I enjoy this one. You have Bill Hader and so many good voice actors. Bill Hader, Anna Faris, James Caan, Andy Samberg, Neil Patrick Harris, Lauren Graham, Will Forte, Bruce Campbell, Mr. T. Um, so Maria's seen this one. Joe said he's only seen the first 10 minutes. Come on, dude. I'm sure it's in 3D, right? The first one was probably released in 3D, I would assume. Because I know the second one was, because that's next. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 in 3D. You like how I did that? So I would assume Marie has seen this as well. But I didn't enjoy this as much as the original. Um, many of the same voice actors are back. Plus, you have Terry Crews and Kristen Shaw. But yeah, no, I didn't like this as much, but it's still a fun watch. I like the first one more personally. But Cloudy with the Chance. Ah, come on, Marie, you dropped the ball there. It's a fun watch. I love the clear case too. It's a bit of a thick case, a thick boy. So it looks like the DVD's there, and it's stacker discs with the 3D movie and with the Blu-ray on the other side. So Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Dose. Next up, I love this film. I like the sequel as well. Still have not seen the third one in the trilogy, I guess you would call it. But this is Cloverfield. I really enjoy the movie. It's a found footage film. Lizzie Kaplan, T.J. Miller star in it. It's an 84-minute runtime, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. But I just think it's a great monster movie. I think it's a great found footage film. Marie hasn't seen this either. Marie, I can't with you anymore. So, but yeah, no, I really like this movie quite a bit. Um, I feel like it got very like mixed ratings, mixed reviews. I know the found footage in this is very shaky, so a lot of people can't watch it or just don't really want to sit through it because of the footage that's in it. It's very shaky, like I said. So, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless. Movie Hunter says seen it like all of the trilogy movies of that. Yeah, so I need to watch Cloverfield Paradox. I remember that came out the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Like right after the Super Bowl was over, you could go watch that on Netflix, which was pretty crazy because nobody really knew about it. Plus, the other thing I like about this is I don't know if you guys can see the disc, but it looks like the disc is all kind of like scratched up and whatnot, and that's kind of tied to the movie together. Normally, this disc from Paramount would just have the gray and not have any disc artwork, and not that this is artwork, but it's an added touch where it makes the disc look like it's been through a monster invasion. So. Next up, we talked about this movie quite a bit earlier in the live stream because it's coming to Steelbook next week, and this week it was released to Blu-ray in a new 25th anniversary edition. But I have the original version, and that is Clueless. This is probably the reason why I don't really have desire to buy the 25th anniversary edition for sure, or the Steelbook, because like I said, I don't love the Steelbook artwork personally, but I love the movie. Bridget and I went and saw this in the in the movie theater. Probably a few years ago now. They did a special screening of it at the Movie Tavern, and we went and saw it, and it still holds up very well. Paul Rudd looks like he's maybe aged 4 years since this movie was filmed, even though it was 25 years old now. So that's pretty funny to see. The late Brittany Murphy is in this film. Alicia Silverstone, as you know. Donald Faison. Uh, why am I blanking on his name? Brecken Meyer, and then the lady Jeremy Sisto. So a fantastic case. Rolling with the homies. But great soundtrack as well to the movie. I mean, it's a great film. It's one of the better teen movies of the last 30 years, I would say. So, and the amount of catchphrases and the amount of catchphrases that are in this movie and stuff that had become like lingo for everyday talk is crazy, especially on a rewatch. Uh, Movie Chatter says, nice. I'm staying with my regular release as well. Can't keep buying all these anniversary releases. No, I mean, it's something different. Like when Jaws came out to get the 4K and the lenticular box, that's a whole different story. Um, it should be in a pink case. You're absolutely right, Jessica. Um, if I ever found Mean Girls out in the wild, the pink case version, I would buy it because I own that, and I would swap out and put this in a pink case as well. I would do that in a heartbeat. But for the time being, I own the movie, but it should be in a pink case. Some could argue that Pretty in Pink should be in the pink case as well. Um, but I like the clear case with the slipcover with the poster. I like that look of it. Matt says, "Are you getting the Mallrats Arrow set?" Yes, I pre-ordered that the day Martinez Joe told me about it. Kevin Smith is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. Mallrats was the first Kevin Smith movie I ever watched, and to even go a little crazier with that, my first ever experience with Kevin Smith was watching the ABC cut of Mallrats, which is going to be on the Arrow Blu-ray set. So yes, I have pre-ordered it. I am incredibly excited about it. Um, I cannot wait. Yes, I'm very excited. I do have that coming on the way. So another Arrow title for the collection. Um, I think I have like four now, so that's pretty crazy. Spoiler alert, there's an MVD video that I have to record where I added a few more titles to the one I had, and then I pre-ordered Mallrats. So I guess I'm an Arrow addict. I own four. So, but yeah, I think I want to watch the ABC version before any of the other ones because that was my first experience with the Kevin Smith film. So, Clueless. So what are we at, Marie? You've seen two of these so far, right? Two of these. You've seen uh, Clueless, and you've seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Um, Matt says I pre-ordered Michael and Big Bully as well. Yeah, I got a press release from Mill Creek about Big Bully, so I might get that to review. I'm excited to revisit that for sure. I haven't seen it in a very long time, so um, yeah, so that'll be cool. Michael was never a movie I was really into when I was younger. I believe that's a Warner Archives title. So, Khaleesi, I'm not trying to play a game with you. I'm trying to pull the papers off because Khaleesi's swatting at him and she's like thinking I'm playing a game. You need to move. Okay. Alright, next up. We got 15 minutes left. We only have 8 movies to talk about. Maybe I'll grab a few additional, depending. I know Martinez Joe loves this movie. I enjoy this movie quite a bit. Um, Movie Chatter just says, did you see Little Monsters is getting a Vestron release? Yes, I believe they also announced Shivers is getting a release. Shivers doesn't really interest me, but Little Monsters, that movie came out I think when I was 5. I watched all the time. It was one I would get from the video store over and over and over. I will get my hands on a copy of Little Monsters from Vestron, which will be my first Vestron release as well. So yes, I'm very excited about that, Stephanie. I was legit excited. I love the artwork too. So Martinez Joe, I know, really likes this movie. At least I'm 99% sure. It's another fantastic. It's Adam Sandler in a comedy, but it's also not your typical Adam Sandler comedy. And that is The Cobbler. It's still in the plastic from Dollar General. You see, I paid $3 for it. Um, Martinez Joe says Shivers and Little Monsters Diabolite DVD had a bundle pre-order for cheap. Nice. Yeah, it's not an expensive title either. I think Little Monsters is like $15, which is cool. So yeah, The Cobbler. If you haven't seen it, it's very. I really really enjoyed it. It also stars Method Man, Ellen Barkin, Melanie Diaz, Steve Buscemi, and Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens I love from like The Guest. He was fantastic in. So yeah, we have The Cobbler here. Definitely a movie I'd recommend if you have not seen it. Oh, Marie's seen this. Look at that. I didn't think she's seen that. Um, Jessica says I want a copy. Every copy I've ordered of The Cobbler has arrived in horrible condition. That's wild. I wonder, you know what? I'm going to open this. Because that always worries me about Dollar General is they have new DVD stickers. Um, um, so when you buy new stuff from Dollar General, is it really new or is it prepackaged? Because I know some say previewed, but this looks to be like a new. Like, let's see. Oh no! Plastic blowing all over the place. Oh, it's 2 discs. Yeah, flip the discs. No, it's legitimate. Yep. Not to brag, Jess, but The Cobbler comes Blu-ray DVD. It has disc artwork there. I had to flip it so the Blu-ray was on the right side, but I'll keep my eyes open for you, Jess. See if I can find a nice copy of it. It's crazy you can't find a mint copy. I'm trying to see who else is in this. I think there's other familiar faces in this movie as well. I just can't think of it. But Cobbler's a good film. I definitely recommend that. Next up, a movie I recently watched out of a hat, probably like a month or two ago now, and I actually really liked it. My biggest gripe with it was it seemed to be all over the place. Definitely had like 3 or 4 different tones throughout the movie, and the movie's only an hour and 45 minutes, so it's pretty wild. And that is Cocktail with Tom Cruise, another movie that I think would be pretty cool in a pink case, but I like it in the blue case as well because the pink artwork pops there. I'm getting a nasty glare. Why? So yeah, a pleasant surprise to me. I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. It's a movie where I think I told you guys before. I listened to this soundtrack all the time when I was a kid because my mom would listen to the soundtrack all the time. So I knew a lot of the music. I was excited when a lot of the music, played like Hippie Hippie Shake and stuff like that. But fantastic soundtrack. And like I said, an interesting story, but it's like a funny movie. And then there's a love story. And then there's this total crazy thing that happens towards the end. Like I said, it's all over the place, but it's not a bad all over the place. I enjoyed it. Um, so we got Martinez Joe liked it. Movie Hunter says great movie. Matt says one of his favorites. Jessica says or a Clear Case too. Clear would be good. Marie says haven't seen it but want to see it. It's in the other room. Stephanie Movie Chatter says Pink Case for sure on Cocktail, fun movie. So Noah liked it. So this seems to be an adored movie throughout. Doesn't seem to be a lot of hate or meh for it, which is good. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It made the shelf after watching it. Next up, I'm surprised I don't own this on 4K. I don't know why I didn't upgrade this to 4K at some point. I guess I just need to keep my eye open for it at a cheap price. I'm going to guess Marie has seen this. I'm going to go on a limb. But I really enjoyed this movie. It is a sad movie, but it is also a very good movie. Great music. And it is Disney Pixar's Coco. This here with the slipcover. But yeah, Coco I thought was a fantastic film. like I said, I'm surprised I haven't upgraded to 4K, especially with all the like steelbook sales. Maybe this wasn't an option uh, in those sales. I'm thinking that's the only reason I didn't get it. I mean, that's my thought. Movie Hunter says own the steel, haven't watched yet. Noah says I like Coco. Yeah, Coco was a great movie. I know RJ is like never wants to watch this because he says it's sad. RJ has a real problem watching stuff that like tackles like real life emotions, kind of, or aren't all happy or goofy. So I guess he's just an oversensitive kid, which is good. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, he we watched this once and he was like it's so sad, and I was like, well, there's positive stuff. You need to look at the story as a whole. Um, Martinez Joe says, love that. One of my favorite Pixar's. Stephanie loves it. Blu-ray Snob loves it. No Steelbook during the sales, so that's probably why I did not upgrade it to 4K. Noah says it's a sad movie. Marie's seen it and agrees it's sad. So, yeah, Coco is a fantastic film. I'll upgrade to 4K at some point. It's not something like I need to rush out and get on 4K because I have quite a few things to watch that I've never seen before, and yes, I don't need to rush out and buy Coco in 4K, but for the right price, I would definitely upgrade it. Jess, Dollar Tree Queen, says love, love, love Coco, so she's a big fan as well. So great movie. One I didn't get to see in theaters, but definitely glad I saw it on home media. Next up, I haven't watched this, but I believe it's a one man show that Colin Quinn did on Broadway, and it was directed by Jerry Seinfeld, and that is Colin Quinn. Long story short, I think I grabbed this for $1 or $2 at a Goodwill a while ago, and I enjoyed Colin Quinn, um, his stand up and whatnot. So I grabbed this. I've never seen it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this could be a movie, or not a movie, a thing where I watch it once, and unless it's something I really find hilarious, this would probably just not stay on the shelf, would be my educated guess. But I could be wrong. I could watch it and absolutely love it and think it's hilarious, but I don't really have much to say about it because I haven't seen it. Um, Joe says he's not a fan. Movie Hunter says he's never seen or heard of it. Maria hasn't heard of it. So, yeah, I kind of like I said, I like Colin Quinn, so I gave this a shot. I have not watched it, but at some point I will check it out. Next up, this is a movie that got critically bashed. What do we got here? Matt says he found Heckler at Vintage for $1. Heckler's a fun watch. Heckler's a, I enjoy it. Jamie Kennedy is the worst part of Heckler, but I enjoy it nonetheless. I like the idea of it, the documentary about stand-up comedy hecklers, and then it turns into critic and trolls in the second half. So check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So this movie is a movie that I think has been critically bashed, like straight through. It's only an hour and a half. I don't know. I need to watch this. I might add this in the hat just to see. It's only 4 years old, and it has an insane cast. I'll start naming people. We'll see if anybody can guess it. Jacob Lattimore, Naomi Harris, Keira Knightley, Michael Pena, Kate Winslet, Helen Mirren. I don't know if it's deservedly bashed because I haven't watched it. Uh, Edward Norton, who I love Edward Norton. I don't think I've seen Edward Norton in a bad movie, but and then Will Smith. So, like I said, it's from 4 years ago. It's a 95-minute film. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say anything good about this movie. I don't remember where I got it. I'm sure it was inexpensive. But we're going to end perfectly. We got 5 minutes left and 4 movies to talk about. And we already pulled out of the hat. So, yeah, we're doing good. Matt Wilson is correct. It is Collateral Beauty. Has anybody seen this movie? Is it really as awful as critics say? I've never really heard many people talk about it. I feel like it went under, like, it went undetected. Why is stuff is flying away, guys? Never saw it. Noah says I saw it. Wasn't that great, but I mean, an insane cast in this. Um, so Stephanie says she really liked it a lot. Sav hasn't seen it. Martinez Joe says I have, didn't like it and saw it twice. I heard the trailer is misleading. Only saw a preview and wasn't interested. So yeah, I'm curious. I might have to, like I said, I might have to put this in the next hat because it's not a long film. It has a fantastic cast, and I'm kind of just curious what it's all about. I mean, Edward Norton, like, Noah says I think it was trying to be Oscar bait and didn't deliver. Stephanie says it's not as silly as the trailer looks. See, I thought this was like a drama, and maybe I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna add this to the hat. I gotta add this. I also was talking to Bridget. We're gonna add 12 monkeys to the next hat. I think we probably already have a full hat's worth of movies for the next hat already. We still have like 12 movies in this hat, but Movie Chatter says it's a drama, sad. Yeah, so like we recently watched 7 Pounds. It was the first time I watched that. Another movie that was very sad. You know, but I really enjoyed it. So next up, I love this movie. Is Sweeney Todd in the next hat? I have to look. Um, Sorry, I'm reading everything. I think Sweeney Todd's in the next hat or in this hat. I have to look though. I have a list on my phone that I always add to. Um, so, but next movie, I love this movie, and I believe Blu-ray Bullet Brit sent me this steelbook because it was a UK only, but it's a region free Blu-ray. And when I heard there was a steelbook, which is still brand new factory sealed, gets the rub. Um, Man, I love this flick, and it is The Color of Money with the 8 ball there with the dollar sign. You can see me in the reflection. Um, yeah, I love, love, love. You guys can see. You see in the reflection all those boxes and bags. Can anybody see that? Let me know if you can see that. That's all the stuff that's left, and that was after I went through about 12 packages yesterday of cleaning stuff. So you can see there how much stuff I have to clean and do. So we got good movie, great movie, holy boxes, love that movie, great steelbook, great movie. Yep, can see the bags, great movie, steelbook. Yeah, so this is still sealed. I had the standard version, but when I got this, I got rid of my standard version. Of course, not thinking it through that I would have to open this when I want to watch the movie again. But it is what it is. I mean, um, if I want to watch it, I'm going to open it and watch it. And I'll just put it in a turkey bag. So, The Color of Money. Awesome movie. Love it very, very much. So, Marie, have you seen that? I forget. She hasn't seen. So Marie's in trouble here. She's only seen 4 movies. I doubt you've seen both of these. So I think we're both wrong. This movie I really own because of the slipcover. There you go. Martinez Joe owns my standard version. This was a movie that I didn't. I need to revisit at some point. A movie that was advertised as one thing definitely is not what was advertised. It made it look like it was a comedy, and there is heavy, heavy, heavy plot points. But like I said, the slipcover is the reason why I own this movie, and that is colossal. Colossal has this lenticular slip. If you know what the movie's about, Anne Hathaway, they think, is controlling this basically giant creature in South Korea. Seoul, I believe. So, um, but yeah, I love the lenticular slip on this. Plus, it has different artwork on the Blu-ray. Anne Hathaway, Jason Sudeikis, Dan Stevens once again in this film. But like I said, if you watch trailers and then saw this movie, um, wow, just totally not what I expected going in to this viewing. Um, so, yeah, this probably is OOP. I actually, spoiler alert, and I'll pimp my eBay page a little bit. I have a copy of this right now on eBay with the slipcover. So if you're interested, you can message me on Instagram. If you guys ever see anything on my eBay page, um, message me on Instagram, email me. I can work out a better deal for you than on eBay. I've been posting stuff for sale on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I've posted a ton of stuff for sale the last week on my Instagram. Stuff from my eBay page at a lower price. Bulk lots I've gotten. So stay tuned to my Instagram for stuff that is for sale. I've sold a lot to you guys on Instagram. So just keep your eyes out. But like I said, I do have a copy of that available for sale. And time for the last movie, guys, because we got to wrap this up. It's been an hour and 2 minutes. And like I said, I got errands to run. I got a dentist appointment today. So the last movie, classic 80s comedy starring Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. We're getting a sequel hopefully this year. It is Coming to America. Not much to say about this. Fantastic film from 1988. Just a... Oh, Martinez Joe's getting a package today from me. So, but yeah, Coming to America. Awesome movie. Like I said, great laughs. Bit worried about the sequel, honestly, but I'll still check it out. But I really enjoy this movie. Of course, like I said, I own it on Blu-ray. Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, James Earl Jones also in it. So, Maurice says, we just filmed your last box. Yeah, but the box you guys get today, you need to open because it's tied to this time that we're in. So you have to at least open it, and there's a note. You have to do all that. You have to trust me. That's all I'm gonna say, Marie and Joe. We just filmed your last box. I think I saw it once. Don't remember liking. Okay, Conrad. Cool. Matthew says, if you could rewatch any movie, what would it be? I don't know. I have so many movies to watch. Occasionally I rewatch stuff. So, but yeah. So, Coming to America is the last flick we're going to show today. And that's it, guys. The live stream is done. We only went 5 minutes over, which is good. If you guys did not see the beginning of the live stream, today's movie is going to be Benny and June later on. Maybe tonight, maybe this afternoon. So that's cool, Kyle. Sounds good. So yeah, we got that. I'm going to probably watch Train to Busan tomorrow. I think it's on Netflix. I'll double check, but I think that's what I'm going to watch tomorrow morning / early afternoon. Maybe I'll squeeze in a second. All depends. I have wrestling to watch. I'm a few weeks behind on AEW. So that's it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for interacting as always. New videos dropping still Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays for the next few weeks. Still not sure. It looks like I'm probably going back to work in a week or two. If that's the case, I don't know what'll happen with live streams. I know they won't be as frequent if I do them at night. Um, but we'll figure something out. But plenty of videos. Like I said, I have 4 more videos uploaded to drop. I'll be live next Thursday. I think I'm 80% sure I'll be live next Thursday. And like I said, ton of videos to record. That's it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Um, as always, until next time, who's down the movie? See you guys. Bye. Bye.